Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be talking about Twitch because they're rolling out a pretty new feature that a lot of people are very excited for, and to be honest, I can definitely see the appeal with something like this. But I'm here to talk about the hidden downside of it that's actually kind of making it a feature that, in a way, Twitch is fumbling, okay? Because Twitch, if you didn't know, has been losing a lot of ground to YouTube. You know, a lot of their top streamers have been basically jumping ship. They've been getting contracts from YouTube, and even if they've been like banned off Twitch or something, right? They're like first instinct basically go to YouTube because, well, it's basically the next best thing in the gaming slash streaming world, right? You go to YouTube, you can pop up a stream. Obviously YouTube already has a user base and stuff. You're not signing to some random company, and YouTube has a feature that Twitch doesn't have, right? And basically it's to like directly monetize messaging on your live streams. Okay, now here on YouTube this is called super chats. Basically during like video premieres or live streams on YouTube, you can spend like $1, $5, $10, $20, $50 or $100 or the equivalent in your local currency, and you can like highlight a message or send like a cool sticker to your favorite like streamer while they're streaming, right? For instance, when I stream, you guys will donate and you'll say whatever, right? And I'll read it out on the stream and like interact with it. And that's kind of like the feature, right? You're basically donating $5 to the streamer to get a message highlighted. They respond to you and congratulate you or whatever. It's supposed to be a cool way to interact. And now Twitch is basically doing the same thing, but unfortunately, they're making it look a lot better than what it really is. And I don't like that because I feel like it's very misleading to creators, and I feel like it's a way to like hype up people on Twitch for something that at the end of the day probably will be worse than what YouTube's actually offering. Now, I'm not here to make like a YouTube propaganda video or to say that YouTube's perfect, but I am going to openly say, in my personal opinion, as someone who has streamed dozens of hours of content on both of these platforms individually, I have to say I prefer YouTube streaming. I think the potential to grow is better. I think the overall openness of it is better. I think some of the features that they've implemented are better than what Twitch has provided. And overall, I think it's just more fun. You know, I just find it more fun. You know, I feel like Twitch, it's very easy to get banned for ridiculous things. And here on YouTube, you know, there's a lot of problems, of course, but I feel like it's better, right? So let's go ahead and talk about this feature, and let's talk about why it's actually not really as good as it's being hyped up to be here. So, with parent company Amazon's notorious money hunger in stark contrast to YouTube's industry standard for creator pay, this move has sparked hot debate over revenue split. A brand new cheer system itself now takes clear design inspiration from YouTube's super chat feature, the primary way for viewers on YouTube's livestream platform to donate to their streamers. On Twitter, Zach Bussey revealed an email sent to select creators. Initially, it was believed the revenue split for this cheer feature was 80% to the creator and just 20% to Twitch. Before we get into it, yes, I know the guy's name is Zach Bussey. I understand, it's fucking hilarious, right? Like, I get it, you know? I'm saying Bussey in the video, okay? Bussey, 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 right? Like, I hope we got it all out of our systems here. Yes, his name is Zach Bussey. I'm taking advice from a guy named Zach Bussey here, okay? So this 80% seemed like a one-up on YouTube, which allows creators to take home 70% of super chats and garnered huge interest initially before users on Reddit and Twitter dug a bit deeper. Hypothetical, if someone super cheers $1 and pays Twitch with PayPal fees would be roughly 52 cents, leaving 48 cents left. The 80-20 split comes in, so the streamer would get just over 38 cents. 61% capital loss. Bussey explained. A distinction causing confusion is the announcement that the 80% advertised is an amount only paid out to creators after, quote, fees have already been taken. However, PayPal has in the past clarified fees for such donations. In a statement to Dexerto in August 2021, PayPal explained, streamers with a PayPal business account accepting qualifying donations may have higher pricing, but if the transaction is below $20 and the merchant has applied and been approved for dynamic micropayments pricing for qualifying donations, the transaction rate would be 4.99% plus 9 cents. Therefore, in the case of the $1 example mentioned previously in the article, a streamer would net roughly 86 cents, reducing the fees on smaller transactions. The sticking point for many is that fees is an unspecified term. This isn't worded very well, viewers replied, so I'm not sure if 80% means the Twitch fees are 20%, or if their fees are higher and you get 80% of what's left. It says 80% after fees are subtracted, so if the fees are 50%, then you're getting 40% of the total bit amount used. So in theory, this actually sounds like a really cool feature, you know, and like if it's done properly, it is going to be a really good feature because people on Twitch, you know, they get their donations through like Streamlabs or Bits or whatever, right? But there is a little bit of concern, right? Because obviously, you know, a lot of people use PayPal for these kinds of things. And if they don't have all these qualifying things with their business account, you could legitimately be making like 3/10 of what was donated to you. Now, in reality, that's not even Twitch's fault. That's really kind of like PayPal. That's kind of influencing this entire thing because they're taking so much of the transaction. And in reality, I don't think what they do justifies them taking this percentage of the transaction in the first place. Like, they're taking what, 50% of your money up to? Like, that's just absolutely ridiculous, man. All because someone's using a transaction through it. Like, I don't know. It just sounds like PayPal needs to kind of like transform that, or so. Like, I guess you're gonna have to get these qualifying things if you want to take these transactions through PayPal, because like that's fucking ridiculous. Nobody wants to get $1 donated and make 38 cents, right? Like, that just, I don't know. Something about that's not cool. Now, my big problem with this is Twitch is kind of false advertising at that point, right? Like, there needs to be an asterisk that lets you know it depends on like what payment provider you're basically using. So I don't know, if you plan on using this feature on Twitch, realistically, I guess your best option, like if you truly want to support your favorite creators, is to not use PayPal. But even then, if your favorite streamer is using PayPal to accept these payments and stuff, you're still kind of in trouble, I guess, I think. It just sounds like at the end of it all, like PayPal just isn't a good option. So if you didn't know, here on YouTube, the split for like a super chat is 70-30, which I also think is ridiculous. I think like 90-10 is an okay split. Like, people are donating that money to their favorite creator, right? If someone's giving me $5 on my stream, that person's doing it with it in mind that that $5 is going to me to support my content, right? Like, YouTube and these platforms, I think, take too much money out of these. Like, if they took 10%, I guess that's fine, but like 70-30 is low for YouTube. And that's why this looks so good on paper, right? Is because it's 80-20. It looks like they're giving you more, but you could literally be getting like a 30-70 split at the end of it all if you have like these PayPal issues and stuff like that. So I don't know if there's a way that Twitch can like work with PayPal to get that fixed, or if there's some sort of way that they can get around that, but like that's gonna really hurt the optics, I would say, of this whole plan. Because in my personal experience on YouTube, like the 70-30 split has remained pretty true, right? Like, you just get 70% pretty much total, right? And if that's not what people are gonna be getting on Twitch, they low-key could be in trouble for false advertising, maybe, because like, I mean, if you're saying that this is after fees, then PayPal comes through with fees, right? Like, that's not really after fees, you know? It's kind of false advertising. So I don't know, it makes it out like everyone's gonna get 80-20, but that's just not the case. I mean, it's gonna really depend on whether or not you're using PayPal for these kinds of things. My best advice would be just to not use PayPal for these things, man. Like, just use your bank account or your debit card or whatever it may be. I know a lot of people, like, their only issue is like that they can only really use PayPal. So I mean, if that's kind of like you, I guess you're just really in trouble regardless. I don't know, but it is a cool new feature. I will say that it is a very good competitive move to try and like take something, like take some of that steam from YouTube like this. Because if we're being real, YouTube has been poaching features from Twitch like this whole time now. Like, they're trying to add like the gifting subscriptions and stuff, and they're trying to do like the donations, and yeah, they're trying to figure out how to compete with Twitch in the best way possible, and they've actually been doing very well at it. Like, YouTube streaming has really caught up to Twitch in a lot of ways, so this is one of those moves where they're like trying to kind of gap them a little bit more, I guess is the best way to put it. They're trying to step back out in front of YouTube. I don't know if this is like the end-all be-all of that situation, but I mean, there's issues with this that need to be fixed. So I mean, if you're a Twitch streamer and you're seeing this, I guess just keep this in mind for when this is all going down. So anyway, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @subtooptimus. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. And remember, you could have watched this video on OptiWorld, where you can stream all of my content for free, explore the forums, and also see exclusive content that I make over there with a Watch Optimus subscription. And with that being said, until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, talking about Twitch's new, I guess, super chat feature, if you want to put it that way, and signing out.